Okay, I'd like to say good night to everyone and welcome to tonight's GS Lifestyle presentation. Tonight is the 15th session for those who have been tracking, giving persons an update on what GS Lifestyle is all about. So I'm sure persons who are on the call multiple times, soon you'll be able to do this presentation yourself because basically information has been shared, all right? So, but we want to show, of course, for those of you who may be on the call for the very first time, welcome and good night. And for those of you whom this may be your second, third, fourth time, of course, we understand it is impossible for someone to remember everything in one sitting. So what you're doing is quite commendable because repetition helps the understanding, right? So we're gonna just go through again the GS Lifestyle product, which is one of the products that's offered by the GS Partners platform. A little bit about myself, though. I just want to let you know that I'm the founder of a community known as Carrot Caribbean. That is not any official company, registered company as such. It's more or less an association of persons that we got together back in 2014 with the goal to help the average person in the region to preserve their wealth by accumulation of physical and then digital assets. And of course, increasing digital asset literacy because many people are still unfamiliar with things related to digital assets and also the tools to manage these digital assets, right? In fact, the GS Lifestyle happens to be one of those tools that, of course, it fulfills the mission. And of course, to earn additional income by helping others do the same. Because of course, we need it, particularly in this pandemic time, but even before, all right? So just before going into the session, I just want to give the disclaimer, of course, that the information provided in this webinar is for awareness of the product and services offered by Gold Standard Partners, in particular, the GS Lifestyle product, all right? The GS Lifestyle is not offering products. In fact, it is a product itself. It's a brand product from GS Partners. And any illustrations of earnings that may be raised or shown is considered just that, illustrations, examples of what is possible if certain conditions are met. And it may, and in fact, it will not be typical for everyone, right? It's dependent on different situations and person's time and effort. Nothing in this presentation is to be considered as financial advice. While we may have licensed financial advisors as part of the community, I am not a financial advisor, nor do I claim to be. I am simply just sharing what the product and services are and what the benefits are that as described by in the platform, all right? I'm just letting you be aware of it. So before going into the product, let's just get an understanding. Let's just step back and understand some of the challenges that are faced locally, regionally, and internationally. I am based in Trinidad and Tobago, which is the most southerly isle of the Caribbean, right? So some of the challenges that we face locally may be unique, but some are also experienced in the region and even internationally. And one of those challenges is limited access to foreign exchange. Foreign exchange being, of course, like the world reserve currency, so-called the US dollar. There's some countries in which access to US is plentiful. In fact, in some countries, people use the US as if it is their local currency, although it is not. But in some other countries, the US currency is unavailable, or if they have it, they don't have enough to go around. So persons who may need to have access to foreign exchange do face some challenges, right? So the other challenge is, of course, sort of the reverse. Because of international naughtiness, I can put it that way, drug dealings, corruption, arms dealing, human trafficking, and so on. Many governments have put limits on central banks have been putting monitors on funds that are coming into the country. So they don't allow funds more than a certain amount to come into certain countries. And even if one is allowed, they would basically have to monitor it. But sometimes funds may be barred, not because of any illegal activities per se, but for some activities that the central bank don't agree with. For example, forex trading, right? People would earn it. It's not an illegal activity, yet they would be banned from bringing those things into the funds into the system. Okay, and even if they do have access to funds, and persons may have legitimate need to send funds abroad or even to receive funds, right? There's limitations. Persons will have to stand in line or be in a queue until the financial institution finds foreign exchange so they could send funds abroad for their daughters or their sons tuition in college, or for the meals or rent or whatever the case may be, right? And even when if they do get the foreign exchange, there's usually some fees. Nothing wrong with fees, but some of the fees are a little bit high. You send like $100 and they get $80. It's a little bit much, and this is one of the challenges that not just here, as I said, regionally and internationally, people face it as well. There's restrictions even on sending funds too. Why are you sending funds? You have to get permission to send funds in some cases. This is really, really something a little bit onerous, because it is not the guilty that is getting out, that is facing the challenges, because they find other ways to do things. Unfortunately, it is the innocent that is affected by a lot of these activities, right? So persons say, okay, well, let me get my credit or debit card so they can purchase things online. They can obtain the things that they need to purchase. And they find that when they get their debit cards, they have limitations. Sometimes it's limitations on a monthly basis. For example, there's one of the financial institutions I'm aware of in my country where there was a limit on one of the debit cards. It was 500 US per month, right? It was not per month basis all the time, but in the last couple of years, and a certain amount could be allowed per month. And that has been reduced to $200 per month. So if somebody were to go on Amazon, say, and they saw like a laptop to purchase, and the laptop costs $350, persons in that financial institutions will not be able to purchase that with their debit card because it's $200 per month. And if they spend anything, they have to wait until the next month until it is reset. And even for traveling sometimes, even for some persons are limited in other institutions, a certain amount that could be spent per day, like $50 per day or $80 per day, in which case they still can't buy that laptop if they need to. And even to get the debit card at times, right? There's strict requirements for persons to get them. There's certain types of cards that would have allowed online purchases that have even been banned, not banned, I should say, discontinued. They remove from circulation. Persons can't get online cards to purchase things online anymore. And to get those cards, or to get a full credit card, of course, they have to supply two forms of ID, job letters, salary slip, and so on, which of course I know it's, I mean, I get it. We follow the law. It is, of course, following auditing and financial procedures and so on. But for the persons who are on at home now, the persons who like were bartenders, people who are waiters in hotels and in other areas of business, even the cinema worker. Many persons in some countries, of course, they have had to be locked down. Those places are closed. Businesses have been shutting down, sometimes permanently. Persons have to be looking for something else to do. So someone who's saying, let me order some stuff online. They want to get a credit card so they can do stuff, so they could start a business. They're not just sitting down waiting on welfare, but they're being blocked from getting cards for some of these things. Okay. and of course they're staying home. And when they're staying home, many times they may want to watch online services. Almost all smart TVs, as they call them now, come with Netflix, Disney Plus, Roku, and some of these other things, right? And persons, of course, they don't have the cards and they want to watch a little something to relax. What do? They will bum off of somebody else's account. They would ask, hey, can you give me an account on your subscription, please? And of course, these subscriptions, you have a limit on how much people can watch it at the same time. So sometimes the actual owner wants to watch something. Oh, too much people watching your account. You can't watch it. If not, they would bum off of somebody else's credit card, right? And to get their credit card information so they could pay for their own Netflix subscription. Now, folks, it's good to help friends and family and stuff like that in situations, but it is not a healthy practice to be giving away your credit card information to other people. It's just not the best thing to do, all right? And yet, this is one of the challenges people face, okay? Now, we have another situation where there's an increased number of businesses that are actually using cryptocurrency for people to start in the business. Okay, so they're not restricted to have to get US anymore in some cases, but they have to get the crypto. And some persons are actually getting paid out in cryptocurrency. They're getting paid in Bitcoin, they're getting paid in Ethereum or other cryptos. And these persons, of course, again, they don't have any history or experience with cryptocurrency. They would like to know, how do I get how do I cash this out? How do I liquidate this? They cannot go to the shopping line and in the counter in the grocery and say, after putting everything there, I have Bitcoin. The cashier will look at you and say, well, that's nice to know. Can you give me your payment method, please? You know, they're not going to take the Bitcoin. They don't know about it many cases, right? So then persons will say they want to start to get into these businesses. So they would take their local debit cards if they have one, and they would try to go to different sites, crypto.com, cex.io, different places, Coin Mama or Coinbase, and to try to use their debit cards. And many countries may not even be allowed to register for some of these services based on the country in which they live. Or if they register, their cards will be blocked. And even if they try to use their cards and say, okay, well, you can accept a payment from your country, the local banks will be blocking it too. As if the cryptocurrency is illegal, which is not, right? It's not. So with these challenges, right? As I said, crypto is not illegal. There was a warning that was put against cryptocurrencies by the Trinidad and Tobago Financial Triune Authority, Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago Financial Intelligence Unit, and Trinidad and Tobago Securities Exchange. And of course, in many different countries, they would have similar warnings as well, where they warn against the use of cryptos because there are high yips, as you call them, high yield investment programs that promise high returns but end up being fraudulent schemes. Some of these start and end up being shut down. I can name one or two. I mean, there's something called MIMTI. There was one called USI Tech. There was one called Wiselink, and a couple others that promise a lot of returns and so on. And you need crypto to start in some of these programs, and they crash. They crash, and people lose a lot of money. Now, the warning here isn't against crypto; it's against these Ponzi schemes or these pyramid schemes. Okay, and it's important for persons to do their due diligence before registering any program, for sure, right? But these types of programs were there even before crypto. They were doing it with cash. They were doing it with US. They were doing it with other funds before. So the warning is against these types of companies. It is not against crypto in itself. All right. And even so, it is a warning. It is not a ban. So cryptocurrencies are not illegal, but sometimes some of the financial institutions behave as if it is banned, as if it is illegal because of some of the banning that takes place. All right. So what's the solution? What is the solution to all of these challenges in terms of access to foreign exchange? To be able to even get a debit card or to obtain crypto? What is the solution? We want to let you know that a solution is provided as one of the products from the Gold Standard Bank platform, right? The Gold Standard Banking Corporation is a blockchain services provider that is based in Germany, okay? And one of the marketing arms of the Gold Standard Banking Group is Gold Standard Partners. Gold Standard Partners is a community that offers products and markets the products offered by Gold Standard Bank to people internationally. And one of the products, of course, that is provided allows persons to buy, sell, spend, save, grow, trade, and earn all with crypto assets. What is this product? In fact, there's a group of products that does it, but there's one particular product that facilitates this, all with crypto assets. And these are, well, I'm talking about the GS Lifestyle product, of course, right? The core products, of course, we have the membership. You have a Brand Advantage membership. Persons who have a Brand Advantage membership, we have Basic and Premier. They can get additional value across some of the other products. For example, you get discounts on the purchase of GS Lifestyle memberships. You get more rewards with some of the digital, the residual income products as well, where you get to earn income automatically, or I should say residually. And of course, we have our G999 digital currency. But the key product that we want to focus on tonight is the GS Lifestyle, right? The memberships, of course, as I said, you get discounts. This is just some of the features you get. In fact, I just wanted to highlight the 5% and 10% that you get on the Brand Advantage Basic and Premier memberships. The key thing that we want to look at is, of course, the GS Lifestyle product. Many people are excited about crypto, but the problem has always been how to buy, hold, and spend it until now, okay? So the GS Lifestyle is a unique global solution. It's not just a card solution. It is a solution that many of us have been waiting for. Okay, and let's find out a little bit of what this is all about.
The most flexible crypto card in the world. 5 traditional currency accounts, including USD, GPB, EUR, CNY, and JPY. Currency exchange rates better than high street banks. Manage all your crypto and traditional currencies with one simple platform. Add funds to your account via bank transfer, credit and debit card, or crypto proceeds. Spend or withdraw your funds anywhere credit and debit cards are accepted. Exclusive plastic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold-plated, and solid gold cards available. 24/7 global support in multi-languages. 24/7 professional concierge services. Up to 40% discounts on hotel and travel. Instant rewards from high street retailers. Fast delivery to over 100 countries. Order your GS Lifestyle card today.
The GS Lifestyle solution is available in 100 plus countries. As you would have seen, they offer 5 traditional currency accounts, including US dollar, British pound, euro, Chinese yuan, and Japanese yen. Why Japanese yen? Well, what's the most popular common car in the world? Most of these are Japanese. You talk about the Toyota, the Datsun, the Nissans, and so on. Many of these are Japanese vehicles. So you have a lot of Japanese business people trying to import these vehicles in some countries. The Chinese yuan, what is the #1 site in the world for suppliers? It's Alibaba, right? And a lot of Alibaba's suppliers are based in China. You can buy them straight with Chinese yuan. In fact, you might even get a discount over instead of purchasing it with US dollar. The US dollar is, of course, the world reserve currency. Euro, there's a lot of luxury vehicles that come from Europe. You have the Mercedes-Benz, the Audi, and so on. But also there's a lot of even general trade that takes place in these countries, okay? And persons can even exchange from one currency to another among these main exchanges there, right? So these are different accounts that is available. So this is it. In fact, just highlighting that what you get is an account. Everybody gets a US dollar account, and some persons get the additional currency accounts as well. You get 4 to 8% better currency exchange rates between these accounts than many high street banks, okay? You can manage all of your crypto and traditional currencies within one simple platform. So these traditional countries, the 5 I mentioned above, and you can manage your crypto, your Bitcoin, your USDT, your Litecoin, and so on, without having to leave the platform. Instead of having to go to multiple places to get it done, you get it all done on one platform, because you get personal individual wallets. You get your own Bitcoin wallet. You get your own Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, USDT, and so on, okay? You get access to Ethereum. You just have to pay a blockchain fee to add it because it doesn't come by default, but it is available. And then you can add funds to your account. This is your currency account we're talking about. You can load funds via bank transfer from your or other financial institution. You can load funds to your account via an international credit or debit card, or even through crypto transfer. If you have crypto in another wallet somewhere and you want to add funds in US or currencies, you can actually do that transfer, and it will be converted to the currency in your account, and you'll have access to it. All right. And then you can withdraw funds from your account and put it on your debit card. It's a Mastercard debit card, fully 100% Mastercard. So it can be used to spend or withdraw anywhere that Mastercard is accepted. Any ATM or any point of sale device that accepts Mastercard, well, it's a Mastercard. So you can withdraw and spend your funds, even online as well. And the Mastercard comes in various modes. You get plastic, you get aluminum, stainless steel, gold-plated, and solid gold cards, right? These cards are actually available for 5 years. Each one you get the expiration date will be 5 years from the date it is purchased. And when the expiration date comes, boom, you get a renewal sent to you at no extra cost, okay? You have 24/7 global support in multiple languages. So persons in Latin America, from Asia, from Russia, and of course, English, all these different languages, you have support in them, okay? And you have 24/7 professional concierge service. What's a concierge service? Well, they're like a personal assistant. Not only can they help you in support on any issues with managing your account, they can help you use your account to get things done. All right. For example, for the discounts on hotels and travel, if you have to travel, you can arrange a flight to be booked and you can ask for an itinerary down to the time and get the best coordination between hotels and travel, and even to rent vehicles. You can ask them to do that. If you're looking for a particular product online, you can ask the concierge service to find it for you, and they will. I've used it myself a couple of times. When I had to be looking for a particular product, I would tell concierge, okay, I'm looking for this product. It is this part number, this model number for this unit, and so on. And instead of me taking the time to go and search all these places, they did it for me. And they're available as part of the subscription as well. You get instant rewards from high street retailers. When I say high street retailers, there's 121 there that is currently listed and more to be added soon. These retailers include brands such as Adidas, Amazon, you have Barnes and Noble, and many others, right? You get fast delivery of your card by FedEx or DHL, right? I'm just going to go through some of the highlights of some of these things mentioned, right? So of course, we talk about 100 plus countries. They're actually available in 169 countries around the world, countries that you may not even have known existed, right? For example, there's 42 African countries. How many of you know about a country called Sao Tome or Principe? And in fact, and is there any, if there's anybody in one of these countries that I mentioned, feel free to mention them in there. We know of Senegal and Lesotho. How many of you know of a country named Mauritania in Africa, or Brazzaville, or Kinshasa in the Congo, Djibouti, I think that's how it's pronounced. You may not know the countries, but they know the GS lifestyle and they can get it, right? 7 Middle Eastern countries from Bahrain to the United Arab Emirates. Of course, Israel, the big ones, Israel, Jordan, Kuwait, and so on. We have 46 European countries. Many people know Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Iceland, but how many people know of Liechtenstein? Some people may know Liechtenstein, Slovakia, and Moldova. It's available in the Vatican City as well. It's open in 27 Asian countries, well-known places like China, Hong Kong, Japan, and then other less known like Laos and Kazakhstan, right? It's available there. Uzbekistan, 7 Oceanic countries, Australia, New Zealand, going all the way to Papua New Guinea. Anybody from these countries? I'm not saying it there yet. Many of us are in the Western Hemisphere. So let's go to North America. Anyone from North America on the call? Is anyone from Canada on the call? Feel free to type in the chat. Right? It's available in all of the countries in North America. Yes, there's only 2 countries in North America, but it's available in Canada. And it's out of the 52 states, there are 8 states that are still being worked on. That is, they're working to get the approvals from the regulatory group. Just a second here. Right? There's about 8 states that are still being approved, right? I understand that North Carolina or South Carolina is soon to be approved, so you can stay tuned for those. All right, so all of these countries will soon have access to the GS Lifestyle Card. Then we have the Central American countries, right? 3 of these are also considered Caribbean countries because they touch the Caribbean Sea and they're politically part of it. But Honduras, Nicaragua, Guatemala, they use the Lifestyle Card too. What about South America? South America, 11 countries in South America, including 2 of them, which is considered Caribbean, Guyana and Suriname. But all of these Latin American speaking countries, they also have access to the GS Lifestyle Card, and many of them are taking up. And then of course we have the 23 Caribbean countries, 23 Caribbean countries, from the Bahamas coming all the way south to Trinidad and Tobago, going all the way to the west. You're talking about Bermuda, Aruba, and so on, and all the way to the east. You're talking about Barbados and other places, right? Oh, somebody is unmuted there, right? Sorry about that. Okay, so is anyone on the call from any of these Caribbean countries? Is anyone from Trinidad and Tobago? Is anyone here from Barbados or any of these other places? Feel free to type it in the chat. We welcome you. All right, awesome. And I see Trinidad and Tobago in the house. And of course, we have Marlon from the US. Trinidad here. Trinidad is all right. Roll call, please. Persons. Trinidad here, right? we have Trinis and abroad as well too. We have someone from Guyana. Welcome Guyana to the call. Welcome, welcome. Anyone from Jamaica? We have from South Trinidad here as well. Awesome. So all of these places, of course, the card is available. The service is available in all of these places and more. Right? So Jamaica representing Jamaica in the house as well. and from before, I think Marlon Thorne sort of represents USA as well as Trinidad and Tobago. So we have some dual citizens in the house as well. Balmain, Trinidad, awesome. Great, great, great. Welcome all of you from these Caribbean countries. So these Caribbean countries, of course, all accept the GS lifestyle. And if they're not, they're still working on getting it approved. Now, who provides the GS lifestyle service? The GS lifestyle is a brand, of course. There's no company called GS lifestyle. It's just a brand. It's a brand offered by GS partners in collaboration with the supplier, Envio. Envio is a company that is headquartered in London, and it's an FCA regulated electronic money issuer. So some people who are wondering about regulations, here it is. Here's the source of it. Okay. So the services that are being provided, it's not new. They have been established since 2008, and they provide financial services in multiple currencies to members of concierge and lifestyle services. All right. Including Ori Lifestyle and Club Swan. And of course, they're all registered with MasterCard. So these cards are accepted around the globe. Okay, is the money safe? Of course. As stated before, they're regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority in England and in Wales. And of course, they would be seeking to have procedures in place. In fact, they're required by law to have procedures in place to prevent and detect illegal activities, such as money laundering and fraud. So in terms of the level of credibility and the level of being above board, this is really one of the top things, one of the top services that you can have to provide this type of services. When you're dealing with financial services, you want to ensure that you're clean. You want to ensure that you're dealing with nothing dirty, no dirty money. Everything is clean, and that is what is provided here. So who uses Envio? Well, of course, the two main brands that people may know of, Envio. You can do your research on them, Ori and Club Swan, right? Ori Lifestyle is a special club that's catered for ultra high net worth individuals. Nobody can just search and register for Club Ori. You have to have a special size bank account and a certain level of resume, if you want to call it that, in terms of standing in society, okay, before you can be considered to be a part of Club Ori. And one of the products that they have is a solid gold payment card as part of the services. Also, you have Club Swan, which is also a luxurious club only member. There's a members only club for some of the wealthy as well too. And the members have access to travel discounts, virtual assistant, the shopping services, financial services, and of course, multi-currency accounts and money transfers. So look at that. We have a provider of multiple services from Envio that are being utilized by Ori and Club Swan. So what is the brand that we use that can encapsulate some of these services that people pay a lot of funds for? Of course, we get it in our GS Lifestyle card. With the GS Lifestyle membership and service, we get many of the services that are provided to the wealthy. Okay, for example, take a look at this. We have the 6 main membership levels, from starter base to basic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold plated, and solid gold. Okay, and even let's look at this, the basic, the products that the level of benefits we get from the basic membership is the same as a similar one in Club Lifestyle, where persons will have to pay about $135 for their card. We pay $79. It's also valid for 5 years, yes. You just have to pay for it once, yes, but still. They pay $135 for that card, and we have to pay, even in retail, if persons are not members in GS Partners, $79. And there is a monthly subscription fee to access all of the services that we're going to be talking about. And our monthly membership fee is $20, whereas in Club Swan, it is $65 a month. We're getting it at a bargain, folks. All right. So let's go through the rest of this, right? The aluminum, steel, and gold plated memberships are considered VIP level memberships. Solid gold is like an exclusive membership. All right. The cost of the card, retail $79, aluminum $435, stainless steel $985, gold plated $65.95, and solid gold $38,500 US dollars. Now, if somebody were to look at this and say, hey, you know, I spoke about the memberships that you can take in GS Partners. It is optional, it is not mandatory, but you can get benefits by becoming a member as well. The basic membership is $149 US, and the premium member it's $1,000 US. Well, it's $999 US worth in Bitcoin or crypto. If you were to get a premium member, let's take a look at what happens if you get the solid gold. 10% discount. For 38,500, you get 3,500 off. So you could actually obtain the card for 35,000. Even if you were to add the cost of the membership package, you're still getting 2,500 for free. That 2,500 could be used to buy crypto. It could be used to purchase something else online. It could just be used to save. Basically, you actually save more by obtaining the premium membership before getting the card than going straight to purchase the card. So before you purchase your membership, take a look at the different memberships option. See if what difference can 5% or 10% make to your purchase, and you can make the decision for yourself. All right. There's a monthly membership fee of all the services. For the basic, it's $20. For the VIP accounts, it's $35. And for the exclusive solid gold, it's $500 a month. But the first year is waived. So the first year is totally free. Right. There is a starter account as well, a starter membership plan. But the starter membership plan is $10. That's it. There's no monthly fees or anything like that. It's just $10. You have access to a US account, right? All of the accounts, all of the membership levels give you access to a US account. You get access to fiat accounts, of which starter and basic, it's US only, and VIP and higher, you get all of the 5 as we spoke about before. All of the memberships also come with Bitcoin. You get access to a Bitcoin wallet. With the basic and the VIP packages and above, you get access to a couple other crypto wallets. And we have right now Ethereum, USDT, LTC, and so on, and others can be added in the near future, right? Of course, we have the names of all of the cards, what the cards contain. Of course, there's no card, virtual or physical, that comes with the starter membership, but the cards themselves come with plastic for the basic, and the others, the names give what type of card it is. Now, if you have a card that is going to be valid for 5 years, of course, if you have an aluminum or stainless steel, it will be more rugged than plastic to last for that period of time. So this is something that people can consider when making their choice. It takes a very short time for the cards to be delivered. They're coming via FedEx or DHL. Typically, when you order the card, they would tell you, okay, you will receive it in 4 to 6 weeks, 2 to 6 weeks actually, and that is a standard statement, of course, because when loads get heavy, delivery times may take longer, and of course we have COVID situations. But in our experience, many persons in the region, in Trinidad and Tobago in particular, have been getting their cards within a week. Some persons have reported getting it 2 days, 4 days after completing a purchase. FedEx calls them, hey, we have your card for you. What? So fast? Yes, it's possible there. All right. So of course, yes. And of course, every time, I forgot to mention too, that one can upgrade from one account to another and just pay the difference. All right. The card that you had before, of course, would be suspended. The information in terms of the balances in that card will be transferred to the new card, and you have a new card that would have a new 5-year validation period. Okay, so you have one card based on whatever your membership level is. You get a card that comes with it, right? It's delivered for free and so on. And of course, when it comes down to the fiat account limits, each membership comes with a certain account limit. With the starter, you get US $200 account limit, which means you can load up to $200 in the fiat account, right? You can load up to $500,000 in the basic US account, okay? And in aluminum, combination of the various fiat currencies there, you can load up to 750,000 US dollars equivalent in your fiat wallet. When stainless steel, 1 million, gold plated, 2 million, and the solid gold, you have unlimited, you can deposit unlimited funds into that account. Unlimited. You can deposit $4 trillion and it's not a problem. And of course, as I said, for the memberships that come with a debit card, you can load from that account onto your debit card as much as $15,000 a day, or in the case of the solid gold, $100,000 a day. And you can continue loading that every day if you so desire, or if you have the means to do so. There is no upper limit on how much the card can hold, which means if you were to load $15,000 a day for 10 days, you're going to have a debit card that has a purchasing power of 150,000 US dollars. You can load $100,000 per day if you have the solid gold card. And in 10 days, you'll have $1 million on that debit card. In 20 days, $2 million on that debit card. You can walk into Elon Musk, you say, forget about the Bitcoin. I just want to buy this Tesla with my card swipe, however much, 100,000 or or million, whatever the cost of the vehicle is, the luxury vehicle, and you could walk out with it. You know, it's that simple. Crypto exchange fees. Many persons who have problems converting their fiat to crypto may go to different brokers, and they may be paying as much as 20% to try to get some cryptos. Here, you can get your cryptos for effectively 3%. 4% from the starter. You can use the funds in your US account to purchase your Bitcoin. It's 4%. 3% if you're basic. 2% if you have the VIP accounts. And of course, the solid gold as well. If you want to exchange among your currency wallets, as explained before, let's say you have you're depositing US into your account, right? The fiat exchange rate is 3%, or let's say you're exchanging your US to Japanese yen. Japanese yen is falling, so you buy some Japanese yen. When Japanese yen increases, now you can sell it back to US. The exchange rate is 3%, or 2.5% if you have the VIP accounts. No, solid gold, 2%. Crypto wallet wire-to-wire transfers. These wallet transfers, these crypto wallet transfers, the fees are based on, well, the blockchain fees. Don't have much control over the blockchain fees, so it's 1% added to that, right? Now, the bank transfer fees. You can transfer funds from your account to any account in the world that accepts that is part of the SWIFT network. That is, you get the SWIFT number, routing number, the reference number, all that stuff that you would normally get to do a wire transfer. You plug that into your GS Lifestyle account, and you can send it to anyone in the world. You can even send it to anyone who has a MasterCard, whether it's a debit or credit MasterCard. It doesn't matter who the financial institution that provided that card is. You can send funds to people from Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados. I mean, I don't want to call any financial institutions that do international money transfers, but you can actually get, you're not worrying about 10%, 20% discount. You're getting 3%. And persons are getting what you send for them, basically. In fact, if people are just lifestyle members on both sides, you send $100, they receive $100. There's no fees. there's no fees. It is free. You can send from Tom to Dick to Harry to Sam to Krishna. Once all of them have GS Lifestyle account, that same $100 will be going all the way down the line, which is a good idea too if people may want to transfer funds to, let's say, you have a worthy cause, a special donation or whatever. People can put together to buy gifts for people. They can, and know that whatever they submit, you'll be able to contribute it. Things like that can happen. You can contribute to help your business. There's a lot of possibilities there, folks. Fiat, and of course, bank transfer in is also free or low cost, as the case may be. All right, 0.5% if you have a starter membership, but at no cost. I've done some transfers into the account using crypto, and I saw what was sent in was in fact what was received, because there's no deposit fees on this side. Right? The financial institution will start just a fee on their side if they're sending. And then of course we have, as I said before, the concierge services, which I explained before, and we have the travel discounts. The travel discounts is pretty interesting. It's like having an Expedia or a Travelocity service within your same account. You can access crypto, fiat, travel, concierge, all of that there. Amazing. Plus the shopping services, right? Instant cash rewards. This is really neat. Now, if people, let's take, for example, Amazon. People are maybe shopping on Amazon for different things. They may shop on Amazon for clothes, for leisure stuff, for music, for computer stuff, for computer parts, for flash drives, whatever. When you're going through the process, there's usually in the checkout, you have a place where you can add a voucher. Many people skip that. What voucher are you talking about? They put things together for, let's say, $825.32. And they spend it. Fine, they were going to spend that anyhow. But here's what you can do with GS Lifestyle. You put your stuff in the shopping cart. You see $835.25. You could actually pause, go into another window, log into your GS Lifestyle account, go to your merchant instant cash rewards, check out Amazon, purchase a voucher for $835.25. Redeem it. Go to your Amazon account now and slap in the voucher number there. Boom. You get your products for $835.25, which you are going to do anyway. But because you got it in GS the Lifestyle account, you're getting a cashback. And the cashback goes to your fiat account. And that can go towards your monthly membership. Isn't that awesome? By using it, how you were going to be using it anyway, the card pays for itself. This is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome, right? So the solution is here, okay? We have access up to 5 foreign exchange currencies, where before people had problems accessing foreign currencies. We have the ability to have funds wire transferred to your own GS Lifestyle US account, where before persons who get certain types of funds would have had challenges transferring funds into their countries. You can put it to your own US account, actually. You can have funds sent to any bank account or MasterCard users, where before we would have had limitations, be on a waiting list to send funds. You can actually send it directly, right? 2 o'clock in the morning, you can send funds to someone. Before you had problems with account limitations, $200 a month, $50 a day. You have account limits from half a million to unlimited accounts per day, okay? Anyone over 18 in Trinidad and Tobago, persons with an ID, the passport, can obtain a GS Lifestyle account, right? That is, of course, what the regulators have allowed to use as an ID, okay, for Trinidad and Tobago. Other countries allows anybody with an ID, or any of the 3 main forms of ID: passport, driver's permit, driver's permit, or national ID. They can register. So you don't need to have a job letter or salary slip. You can register for your own GS Lifestyle account, which comes with a debit card associated with it, okay? And you don't have to worry about having to bum off of somebody else's account. You can register for your own Netflix service, your own Disney Plus, and pay for it with your own funds. This is pretty awesome, right? Businesses, you can actually buy your own crypto to start up in some of these businesses. And when you get paid in crypto, you can then convert it to your US account, slap it onto your debit card, and go to that same grocery counter who asks for your payment, and say, here, take my card, swipe it, and boom, off you go with your monthly purchases or your grocery purchases, as the case may be, right? And of course, if you want to go on and if you want to purchase crypto outside of GS Lifestyle, while you can purchase it from inside, you can actually take advantage of what we call in trading circles arbitrage. because on some sites you may get crypto for a higher price or lower price than the other site. So if you want, you can actually load funds to your GS Lifestyle, to your debit card, and go to the same crypto.com or Coinbase or CoinMama or whatever, and you can, whatever local cards may have been blocked before, this card would not be blocked. You can use it. And then, of course, for many persons who are at home now, by sharing this with others, you can have an additional income stream, and you don't need to put out a lot of inventory. You don't need to start up a website. It is all done for you. You just need to share it with others, and you can get an income from helping others use these services as well, right? So other benefit highlights, as I mentioned, it's valid for 5 years. You get a free replacement. You can upgrade the membership at any time to a higher level and just pay the difference, okay? And you have access to other things coming soon. We have access to, well, it's a whole digital asset management system where you can manage fiat, crypto, and even precious metals, tokenized precious metals coming soon, where you can actually own tokens of certain metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, even diamonds. And you can redeem that at certain merchants. You don't even have to wait for delivery. Stay tuned, and this is coming in a few weeks, right? It's coming very soon to a store near you. Now, of course, as stated before, you can load your US or other fiat accounts in one of 3 ways. You can load it from an existing international credit or debit card. I must emphasize on the fact that it must be an international debit or credit card. There are some financial institutions that give debit cards with the word Visa or MasterCard on it, but it could only be used within that country. These are not international cards, and it will not work to load funds into your GS Lifestyle account. I just have to mention that. You must have an international credit or debit card. You can also wire transfer funds from any financial institution using SWIFT or BigCode. Once the institution, of course, allows you to wire transfer the funds. You can wire transfer directly into the fiat that you want to go to. You can wire transfer US, it will be received in US. You can wire transfer Euro, it will be received into your Euro account, as the case may be. But for some countries where there's some foreign exchange challenges, the concierge service, you can actually talk to the concierge service and actually get wire transfer information for an intermediary bank that can take your local currency, of course, convert it to the fiat you want, and then deposit it into your GS Lifestyle account. Of course, this is dependent on the bank being able to do so, and once, of course, the laws allow. But these are some of the things that are possible to load. So you can load from your credit card, you can load from wire transfer, and you can load via cryptocurrency deposit from any associated crypto wallet, not crypto platform, crypto wallet. For example, if you have Ethereum in another service, all you need to do is to get the Ethereum to get the Ethereum address, right? When you're doing the process, you will be given a temporary Ethereum address to match the US that you want to deposit, because of course the exchange rate fluctuates crazily. So you want to catch the cost of let's say 100 US, how much Ethereum that will cost, or how much Bitcoin that would cost in a snapshot of time. Let's say 15 seconds, it's reset. And once you deposit that, it will convert to the amount of US you want and go into your account. So those are the 3 ways you can top up your account. Of course, I can say a 4th way. If you know somebody else with a lifestyle account, they can send funds to you. Boom. That's quite fine. But these are the 3 ways to load it from outside the system, right? So who is this type of service great for? This type of service is great for persons who are looking for different ways to obtain cryptocurrency. It's great for those who need accessible US or other fiat account. It's great for those who need an international debit card so they could do their online shopping at places like Amazon and so on, and even pay for their own Netflix accounts. It's helpful for those who need access to higher spending limits. For the person who needs to buy that laptop for $350 and the institution is telling them that they could only spend up to $200. I'm sorry, you can get it now. Right? For those who are in receipt of remittances from abroad, persons from abroad, you can give them, hey, this is the US address. This is the SWIFT code for my US account. Send it to there for me. And then you could load it into your debit card and spend it as you need to. It's important. It's good for those who need to send funds abroad. Same thing, just the other direction. It's good for those who need access to other fiat, Japanese yen, and so on, who are doing the automobiles and so on. It's great for those persons. And obviously, it's great for those who need an additional income. But let me take a look at that now, the additional income, right? Of course, there are many more applications, but how can you get paid in this? Well, we actually get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum for promoting the GS lifestyle. Right. There are 7 ways of getting paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? We have every anyone who directly purchases your a membership, right, from you, you're going to get retail commissions from them. That's 18% direct commission. There's also a 9-level pay plan, because when they tell their friends and they tell their friends and so on and so on, you know, the old Fabergé organics commercial. But basically, you get the idea. For every referral that takes place, down to 9 levels, you're getting also commissions from those persons who purchase as well. Okay. And in fact, if you sell enough, we even have milestones and rewards for persons who move quickly and move fast. If you make a certain number of sales within the first 30 days, you get a share in the company's pool of profits. We call that the rising block star, right? If you can get a certain amount of sales within a month, right, you also get a share. This is in your direct sales. You also get a share in the company pool, in the company Blockstar pool, which again is a portion of company's profits. You get a share of that, right? And of course, you get a match if somebody in your team shares a certain amount of sales in a particular month. You get a share in the company's pool of profits as well, in Blockstar pool. And if you help your teams in terms of overall volume, you get a share in the other company pools, because companies' profits are shared in 2 of these main pools, right? The Blockstar pool and the Infinity pool. The Blockstar pool is for persons with direct sales. Infinity pools are for persons with an organization worth of sales, right? Leadership, that rewards leadership. And you get a share in the company's pool of profits as well. So these are different ways that you can get paid just by promoting the GS lifestyle product and other GS partners products, of course, as well, right? There is a fee coming soon. It is not here as yet, but we expect it by the end of June, okay? For persons who enroll as a GS partner, if you want to get commissions, if you want to be entitled to earn commissions, due to regulatory matters, we are in pre-launch now, so it's waived right now. But from the end of June, persons who register in GS partners to get the GS lifestyle card and they want to use it as a product, fine. But if you want to share it with others and earn from doing so, you will need to you would need to pay the yearly partner fee one time for the year. It's not $99 a month. It's just for the year. So you activate your yearly partner fee and you will get, of course, your 18% retail commissions from your first level. You'll get access to a dashboard. You'll get access to sales reports and statistics. You'll get even access to landing pages. So you can have a link to share with others. And you'll get other marketing tools to help you manage your business. This is basically being a part of the business. It's a partner fee. And you get, of course, your training and support, right? So between now and then, of course, you can register, you can share with others, and you're entitled to earn when they, of course, do the same, okay? But from end of June, that will be there. And of course, I spoke about a 9-level pay plan. It starts at 18% on the first level, 4% on the second, and going all the way down. It starts to go down to 2% at 4, 5, and 6. And then it starts to go back up again, 3, 4, and 6%. 44% of every sale the commission goes into the pay plan, all right? Commission goes to the pay plan. It doesn't go to the top. You know, there's some companies where in the business model, the CEO gets all the money and all the workers and so on. They don't get a share in the profits at all. They just get paid a salary. They don't have a share in sales. They can tell somebody else to join the company, and that maybe some of that goes into their salary, but that's it. It's fixed. But here, the more you share, the more you can earn. This is truly growth-based income, all right? And it's earned, of course, on the commissionable value. Now, which means that, of course, with the GS lifestyle, people can earn commissions every time someone sets up a membership. People get commissions, or you get commissions, and every time they pay that monthly membership, $20 or the $35, as the case may be. And we get commissions on every card swipe as well. Let's take a look at the details of this, okay? The blue column is, of course, the non-member price. That is for persons who don't have the who buy the package and they don't have a basic or a premier GS Partners membership. Okay, let's just look at the basic. The cost of the card is $79. Now, GS Partners has to pay the supplier a portion of that, right? So a portion of that goes to the supplier of the GS Lifestyle product. So that leaves $27, which is commissionable. So that 18% will be of that 27%, for example, okay? And so on. That's just an example of how this works. Coming down for aluminum, the same thing. The commissionable value for the aluminum card will be $195, almost 200 US. For the stainless steel, the commissionable value is $500. And gold plated, $26.95, and the solid gold, $15,500. So that is what you're going to be getting 18% of when these persons purchase their memberships. In addition to that, when they pay their monthly fees, of course, a portion of that, it's a subscription model. Some of that goes, of course, to the main provider, right? That leaves $5, for example, for the basic out of the $20, $8 out of the $35 aluminum, stainless steel, and gold plated. Out of every $8, we get 18% of that. And the solid gold, of course, out of the 500, we get paid out of 225 of that. But that's not the magic. The magic is in the swipe and transaction fees, because this is not one time a month. How much times do people swipe their cards on a daily basis? Some persons pay to get their gas. Some people swipe to get their groceries. Some people swipe to get their shoes. Some people swipe to pay their bills, their light bill, their utility bill, even their Netflix. Some people swipe to go shopping. There's some things that are necessary, and there's some things that, of course, it's based on what they want, So people are swiping 3, 4, 5 times a day sometimes. It's said in a study that on average, people may swipe up to 3 times a day, sometimes up to 6, from 3 to 6 times a day. So let's say what happens if people were to just swipe once a day, right? Let's take a quick example here. If you sponsor 20 persons, and every one of those persons sponsor 3 people, of course, this is not realistic. This is just an example, okay? And everybody were to just do 1 transaction out of one out of the 3. And there's 300 and there's 30 days in a month. But let's take one of the days in a month, and everybody happens to do 1 transaction. The 20 people would have done at 30 cents for each transaction would have generated $6 in fees. And even at 30 cents, I was going to mention, many of the other services I have seen before that provide debit card services, their fees for each transaction is like $1, $1.50, 75 cents, €1 every transaction. That's the amount that comes out. With the GS Lifestyle product, it is 30 cents. Even that is amazing. And 20 cents of that is actually going into commissions, okay? So in this scenario, as I said, 30 cents, $6. $6 out of 20 persons who do a transaction. 60 persons would have generated $18 in fees, and so on down the line. But like I just said, the commissions that we get is not based on the $30 in fees. It is based on almost 20 cents. So let's look at the actual example here, right? 20 persons out of that, the $3 or the 30 cents in fees, we would have gotten a revenue or commissions of 70 cents, right? Because the total revenue from that would be $3.90. Out of 60 persons, that would be 46 cents, 180, $1.05, 540, $2, and so on down the line. If you go down to the 9 levels with this model, from 196,000 persons, from 1 transaction, on this one day, you would get almost $2,000 in commissions. And this is after the company takes its portion of the commissions. 1 transaction. As I said, this is not typical. Some persons may get more than this. Some persons may get less. Some persons may sign up 3 people. Some may sign up 5. Some may 10. Some may 100. Some may sign up 1. But this is something that is dynamic, right? It is growing, okay? So this is just a quick heads up there of the products. We looked at the challenges that some people face. We looked at the GS Lifestyle product. We looked at some of the solutions that it can provide and some of the the details on how you can not only use it, the fees associated with using it, but also what is potential for you to earn. All right. So just wanted to thank you again for your time tonight. Just one more thing. After going through all of that, some of you may want to learn how to register. Okay, I did explain it is possible to register wire transfer local currency, and I explained the process to do it. You have to help concierge, ask concierge to help you to get the banking details to send funds to that account. And of course, this is dependent to applicable laws and originating or receiving bank restrictions. Not all banks will allow you to send local currency out of the country, but some of them do. So you just have to check with them to see how to do that. How do you order your card? Well, first of all, you need to register for a GS Partners account. In the same way how someone can purchase an Amazon Kindle, you need an Amazon Kindle account. You need an Amazon account to operate your Amazon Kindle, right? You need a GS Partners account to obtain your GS Lifestyle product, right? It's just the way it is, right? You cannot go to GS Lifestyle and just register for GS Lifestyle. You have to register for a GS Partners account from your sponsors or your inviters referral link and take it from there. Because the next step would be to, of course, to get your KYC for your GS Partners account. Submit your ID front and back along with a selfie with the ID. Make sure that the selfie with the ID has the ID with the picture on it, because the purpose of that is to show that the person on the ID and the person holding the ID is the same person, okay? That process will take about a day or two. Then you can order your desired GS Lifestyle membership, okay? If you don't have crypto, you can simply start with the starter kit, the starter membership. You load $10 from an existing credit or debit card. It doesn't even have to be in your name, but you pay your $10 US, and then you load the desired amount of crypto that you want to purchase in US dollars. You add a percentage to cater for currency fluctuations, and persons who have been looking on in the past week would know what I'm talking about. In 1 week, Bitcoin fell from just about $60,000 to under $20,000 for one. So sometimes when you're in the midst of doing a purchase, you have to cater for fluctuation just in case the value changes. Right? Once you obtain your Bitcoin, you would now have Bitcoin, and you can simply go ahead and deposit it into your GS Partners wallet. You have a Bitcoin wallet or an Ethereum wallet. Choose which one you want to purchase, and then you can order your desired membership from there. Okay. Once you make your purchase, you would have to fill out the GS registration in your GS Partners account. Make sure, of course, when you're filling it out, that you don't use the hashtag for a house number. Otherwise, it will not go through. Instead of number 64 Green Street, just put in 64 Green Street. We know that 64 is a number. That's fine, right? Then when you do that, you log into GS Lifestyle. You submit an email validation code to confirm your email. You submit a phone validation code to confirm your phone. If you have a problem receiving the text on your phone, I would suggest considering changing the number from your country digit number, for example, from 1868 to put it as simply 1, put it to US or Canada, and then you can type in 868 and whatever. If the code wasn't going through before, it will go through now. Then, of course, you do your KYC, a live passport pic or ID pic, depending on your country, and a biometric selfie. Some people say, oh, they have to go and put on makeup. They have to go and do their hair. They have to clean up. Listen, biometric selfie simply means that the camera is looking for specific parts in your face, the distance between your eyes, and the shape of your nose. Whether you have makeup or not doesn't really matter. You just make sure you have proper lighting when you're doing the KYC so that it will be approved, okay? That will match the pic in your face with your passport pic or your ID pic to confirm that you are in fact the same person, right? And then, of course, you'll have to set up your two-factor authentication. Most services now ask for 2FA, even Facebook, to add for more security. You have to make sure when you scan your two-factor authenticator, though, whether you're using Google Authenticator, LastPass Authenticator, or whatever it is, you must make sure to write down your recovery code that is displayed before clicking on submit. Because if you don't have that recovery code and something happens to your phone, it is lost, stolen, damaged, or even if you're upgrading to another phone and you're trying to install everything on a new phone, you will not be able to access your account until you put in the recovery code. right? So it's very, very important that you write it down, keep it, have it put aside somewhere in a safe place. And then, of course, once that is approved, you can actually start using the GS Lifestyle account features right away, even before you receive the physical debit card, right? You can obtain Bitcoin, you can obtain Ethereum, you can sell Ethereum, you can sell Bitcoin, convert it back to your account. You can send funds to someone else, and so on. You can load your account. You can even load your debit card, even though you didn't get it yet. When the card comes and you activate it, it will then be immediately available for use, right? So this is, in essence, an overview of the GS Lifestyle product. And at this time, I want to thank you for your attention, and I'd like to hand you back over to Mr. Marlon Thorne.
Again, outstanding presentation, Mr. Aman. We had fun, we had detail, we had economic, financial information. I mean, just, he just covered it all. And, he flows through that information so fluently. It's just amazing. So we are going to just open up the chat for a little bit. Well, not only the chat, but you will have the privilege to unmute yourself. And this would be an opportunity to ask questions. There were some questions that were asked in the chat group. I think we may have covered most of them. One person asked about explain the premier membership versus the basic membership. We would do that in the context of the GS Lifestyle Card, what it means, because this is not a presentation for GS partners per se, but membership has its benefits. All right. So Mike, you want to just
Oops.
Yes, you want to.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. You want to just share quickly in relation to the GS Lifestyle Card,
Sure.
The benefits of a premier and basic membership.
All right. So all right. So the GS Partners is the marketing arm of the Global Gold Standard Group. And of course, as stated before, GS Lifestyle is one of the products. So persons who obtain memberships in GS Partners can get more benefits. One is that they would be able to get a discount on the purchase of the GS Lifestyle card, right? And two, they would have access, if they want to learn more about crypto, there's access to a blockchain academy. But three, if they want to share the product with others and get commissions or share in the company pool of profits, having the membership will help them to access that, okay? So the retail would be more for somebody who's like a direct customer. They register for the card and they use it. They don't need to put the membership, but they will have to pay the full cost of the card, okay? So with the basic, you get 5% discount. With the premier, you get 10% discount. The retail, just a customer, they don't buy any membership. They pay the full price for the card. That's basically the high level. I hope that helps.
Okay,
that clears it up here?
And yes. Yeah. And here, if you need some more information, feel free to get in touch with the person that invited you on the call. If it's one of us, you can do that also. And we'll give you some more detailed information. All right. Yep. All right. So let's see. Are there any hands up? You see any hands up, Michael? Any?
No, not yet.
Who might have some questions?
I'll just want to comment too, though, for persons who are looking for a link to access the information online, right? All of this information, the details that I have provided is, of course, exclusive to those in this meeting. And of course, those who are viewing the recording. The recording at this time will be unlisted, mainly because we are currently still in a pre-launch mode, okay? So we want to ensure that any information put out there, once we are fully open, is of course approved by corporate and so on. But any information that you need, yes, you can actually go to goldstandardwebinar.com, right? And that is the information that is cleared for retail, right? goldstandardwebinar.com. You get information from the products and services of Gold Standard Partners, but there's a lot of details in particular for the GS Lifestyle. Some of the slides that you would have seen me use, particularly the breakdown with the different prices, you will find that at goldstandardwebinar.com. It is downloadable as a PDF file.
Okay, thanks for typing that in there, Curtis. All right, so who has a question? It's like the game show. Who wants to be a millionaire? Who has a question? All right, we know it's been a long day and we don't want to keep Mr. Aman up too long. But if you do have a question, this would be a time to ask. You could unmute yourself and go ahead and ask your question. All right, we have a pretty quiet bunch here tonight, Michael.
Yes, it is.
All right. So listen, folks, if there are no more questions, or if there are no questions at all, we are going to call it a night. We are going to be back here again on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, to go over the GS Lifestyle Card, to show its benefits, to give you any updates, because things are changing pretty fast around the GS Lifestyle and GS Partners community. So if we have any updates on folks also who may be in the process of trying to wire up some local funds to see how that works out, you know, we'll keep you posted on that also. All right, but we do appreciate you taking time out to be with us. We hope this information was beneficial. For those who have the card, we hope that it helped to clear up some of the functionalities behind the card and also some of the benefits that you have. All right, and share, you know, keep sharing the information, invite folks, friends, family, even enemies to this call, because we do believe we have a financial solution for everyone. All right, so may God bless you. Have a good night.